The Lord hath said unto me, Thou art my son. This day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces, like a potter's vessel. Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings. Be instructed, ye judges of the earth. Serve the Lord with fear, and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way, when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him.
Pretty much this word, is our guide back to powerhood, back to, being reestablished on the earth as the powers and judges of this world, Because, we read about it, we speak about it, even though we speak about it and we teach about it, we don't know the half, we don't know the quarter, we don't really know the full potential of what the Lord is going to do for us, once he delivers us out of Babylon the Great.
But as it is written, eye hath not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which God hath prepared for them that love him. But God hath revealed them unto us by his Spirit.
When we analyze the scriptures and think of it spiritually, we can see the bigger picture and the greatness of the kingdom, how it's going to be, but we still just have a little inkling. We really don't have the fullness. Remember, Yahawashi said, it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom of heaven. So what do you think is going to come with the kingdom of heaven? Many benefits. So we have no clue or idea what the kingdom of heaven is going to be like. Specifically, we just have ideas. Some brothers have a better imagination than others. They may be able to draw certain things based off of what we read in scriptures, but to actually grasp the actual glory of it, it would be like the Apostle Paul trying to explain the spiritual realm, where he said it wasn't law for me, and there were not enough words to express the magnificence and the beauty of the spirit world. You see? So we can only speak on carnal things and imagination that we may have of how the kingdom is going to be, but the greatness of it, the glory of it, we don't know yet until it actually comes.
But as it is written, eye hath not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which God hath prepared for them that love him. But God hath revealed them unto us by his Spirit.
Rawchaa, Yahawah. Yahawashi.
Alright, Shalom to the elected Israel, to the hopeful elected Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations scattered across the four corners of the earth. I want to give all praises to Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. He led me to this truth and been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect and to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, we part of that number. Lord, wouldn't this be edifying to those who fear the name of the Lord and striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities? His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 5, it is not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 9 is unto a ring. 2 Ezra chapter 5 verse 42. The water for anybody coming in on the comment board here and on after. Bahasham, Atham. And we're going to get into some articles the Lord put the Spirit on me to deal with. Going to try to make it quick to the point. And also, later on, Lord willing, after I get out of the plantation, a lot of brothers have been going in on IUIC about, about how they don't want to call on the names of the Lord. They mock the name of the Lord because we know the name of the Lord, the Heavenly Father, is Yahawah. That's his name. And then Bahasham means in the name of, and all in the ancient Hebrew. And then Yahawashi is the Holy One of Israel, who was slain at the foundations of the earth, okay, to come save Israel, And, I want to go do a lesson that I did. It was like one of the first lessons I did coming into the truth. Talking about where Yahawashi was written in the Bible. And, I want to go over that later on, Lord willing, and just kind of touch up on that, to show how important these names are. And these were the names that Moses and Hosea, the son of Nun, when you look in the book of Deuteronomy, he gave this name to the elders of the gate, the elders at the gate, okay? That's why the elders today, they have this name and they're bringing it back and they're telling us. It says in Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 9 that we'll come under a pure language, under one consent. That pure language is the Paleo-Hebrew. And when you look in 70 AD, when they raided Israel, those are the biblical texts. When they found those texts, it was the Paleo. And I would say in Hebrew it would be like Peleah. This may be how you say that, because we don't have no O's, there's no E's, So it may have been like Peleah Hebrew, It's all just different, Our language is completely opposite from this place. So once you get into this thing, you start to learn that, we're completely, I would say, divergent. We're opposite from everything you see. You know what? We're going to look up that word and then we're going to get into this video after that. Go ahead and type that in. And it says, moving or extending in different directions from a common point. See, divergent paths. See, we're going a different way. We're going to the way of Yahawashi, and the world is going into the ways of wickedness. Also with 2/3 of our people, okay? We are opposite from this place, man. And, they even made that movie called Divergent. You had those people, the guy and the girl, and they try to, basically get out of the place that they in captivity. That's how we are. We trying to get up out of here, man. We want the Lord to come save us. So we're going to, the title of the lesson is Massive Earthquake Hits Philippines. We talked about it yesterday. I talked about it yesterday with my elder at the camp. And then, top U.S. general warns about China. And then we're going to do some various end time topics. So Lord willing, is edifying to the flock. Go ahead and get into it. And we're going to start off with this video showing some of the stuff that happened with this earthquake. These are the things that the Lord said, when the apostles in those days of old, they would ask Yahawashi, how do we know when you're coming? And these are some of the things he said that was going to happen. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, yesterday I thought a tsunami already hit Japan, but they just under a warning, so it didn't happen. As of now, But you know, we've seen tsunamis in the past hit that place. It's been dramatic. You know, a very devastating situation. The judgment of the Lord. Now they praying to their gods. They praying to their false gods and screaming in terror. They ain't even seen them yet. And now everybody want to say, oh my God. Everybody want to call on God now. Oh God, please help. You should have been seeking him early, man. And that's the problem with Jake. He don't want to seek Yahawashi early. He want to seek him after shit starts shaking and rattling in this motherfucker. You know what I mean? And another thing, you know, a lot of reasons why a lot of people think that you know, this stuff isn't going to happen because they have this holier than thou mindset, and you know, they have everything flip-flop, like they don't understand what's really being said. You know, it even said that the prophets came with rude speech. So just because you hear us saying cuss words every now and then, there ain't no, in the scriptures, it ain't talking about cuss words as a sin. It's talking about literally cursing somebody. So if you hear us saying a couple cuss words or whatever, the prophets came like that. Okay? I might even pull that up. So you just see a bunch of people screaming and stuff. You know, we ain't gonna take it too far. But they screaming and stuff. Stuff's happening. You know, we're seeing these things play out, man. It's not nothing to play with. You know, it happened at 10:37 p.m. local time Saturday, off the coast of the southern Philippines, island of Mindanao, measured at a depth of 20 miles. So, you know, we're going to get into some precepts on this, just a few of them, just to touch up. You know, these are things the Lord is going to do. But I want to first pull up 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 6. And this is to show, so, you know, for you new people coming in, you know, you don't want to, it says, the Lord says, don't be over righteous and don't be over wicked. So don't be in the state of being like, I'm more holier than everybody on the planet. It says our righteousness is as filthy rags. You know, the Lord did this for a reason like that, so you wouldn't be, you know, thinking that, you know, you just somebody special. You know, that'll make you proud. You want to be understanding that we are all in the same position, man. We all sin to the Lord as a whole, and we have been blessed to come back into the understanding of the true understanding of these scriptures through His Spirit, not us. So it don't matter what we do. This ain't about us. This is about we you know, we were blessed enough to come into this thing because He wanted us to, not through anything that we did. So 2 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 6, and it reads, though I be rude in speech, so right, shit, hell, damn, all that, right? Yet not in knowledge, but we have been thoroughly made manifest among you in all things. This is what the prophets was doing last time. That's why you hear sometimes the prophets, they'll say stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with it, you know? But then you got these Christians at the church, they act like they just so holy. They don't say no cuss words ever, and they so holy, but they eat pork every day. They eat pork chops. It's saying in the scriptures not to do that, right? He said He didn't come to destroy the law. He came to fulfill the law. So why would you eat pork then? Why would you do that then? You know, and that's the problem with Jake. They have a misunderstanding of the scriptures because they weren't given the understanding. It was given to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, you know, who came out of One West, you know. And once you get into that later on, when you start getting more into the truth, you start to understand that, you know, that this is the way it's supposed to be taught. And you know, and Yahawashi was an austere man, who everybody calls Jesus Christ. Yahawashi was an austere man, which means what? He was not nice. You know, he was a little more hardcore than other people, you know, because he knew that, you know, he was in a place full of wickedness. You know, so we're gonna get to the point of this these earthquakes. Matthew chapter 24, verse 7. You know, these are simple scriptures to know that the Lord is coming. And it reads, "For the nation shall rise against the nation." We seeing all that. We seeing Ukraine go against America, Babylon the Great, or not America, Babylon the Great, but Russia. But basically America, Babylon the Great, because Ukraine, the only way that they're even keeping up with Russia is because of the funding that is coming from America, Babylon the Great. And really, ultimately, it's coming from the elites. Amalek, the first descendants to Esau. That's who it's really coming from. The ones who call themselves Israel right now. The small hats, the 1948ers, you know, who made the United Nations and the EU and these things to keep Israel in no more remembrance. Okay? They're the ones who funded all these things. You know, and even when you go listen to the elders and apostles, they'll show you that they even made Hamas. Okay, they make the wars. Okay, so when you see America, Babylon the Great saying, "Oh, we running out of money," who you think they going to? They going to them, the elites. They don't got no bread. It's got to come through them because they're the ones who have everything. Because those were the descendants who raided Israel and took everything out of King Solomon's temple, man. They're the ones who have everything. That's why they're trying to act like they're Israel, because they took all the biblical texts. They said, "Oh, we want to be the people of the Lord." That's what happened. Matthew chapter 24, verse 7. "For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places." As we see, these are the beginning of sorrow. So this ain't nothing, you know. But people in America, Babylon the Great, they have this mindset of, "Oh, well, it ain't happening over here, so whatever, the Lord got me." Nah, you don't want to think like that, because there's judgment. There's a specific judgment coming in every area in the world. Why? Because Jacob, 2/3 of our people, you know, are everywhere scattered across the four corners of the earth, and they don't want to come back to the ways of Yahawashi. So judgment is coming upon them places, and they're never gonna come to the will of Yahawashi. They're gonna lean on their own understanding. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. It says what? Not to lean on your own understanding. You see? So that's the problem with Jake. He want to lean on his own understanding and think that the word just coming to him, and it's in a body of people, okay, which we know are men. Ezekiel chapter 31, verse 34. Luke chapter 21, verse 25, and it reads, "And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars." We've seen plenty blood moons. We've seen all different types of things in the sky dealing with the northern lights and whatnot, and all other types of things. People see chariots and so-called UFOs. These are signs to show that the Lord is coming back. And upon the earth, distress of nations. And that's what's going on too. All the pandemics going on. You got they call it the white lung disease now is what they calling it. That's like the new COVID-19 now. Okay, and they started just like last time. And they was talking about there's going to be lockdowns over this stuff. That's what the Republicans were warning. And what does that mean? That means that it's going to be lockdowns, because they're the ones who got most of the bag. You know, we always know Republicans is you know, they're richer than the Democrats, but they both on the same team. So, upon the earth, distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. Right? That's that tsunami warnings, that kind of stuff. Verse 26, men's heart failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Right? These kind of things are coming, and they having fear about the stuff that's just the beginning of sorrows. We ain't even got into the real deal that's gonna happen, man. So you want to seek the Lord while he may be found, which is his men doing his work. Because once you don't see no more videos going up, hey, that's game over. You're not getting no chance to come into the graces of Yahawashi. He done sent all his men out here to do this work. And you got people that's still too proud, you know, to admit that, you know. They want to still be like, "Oh, well, the Lord told me. I don't need you to tell me." All right. You know. Okay. So I didn't erase too many. Just wanted to check. So now we're going to get over here. And it says, top general U.S. Top general warns everyone should be worried about war with China. So we're gonna read a little bit about this because when it comes down to it, it says for us as the hopeful elect not to be anxious about anything. So we're not really anxious about none of this because we know that the Lord is coming to get us, period. You know, whether we die on this side or not for Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, he's coming to get us. Like, we're going home. You know, we're going to get raised up. Like it says in Daniel chapter 12, verse 2, you have the ones that are raised up that will be in everlasting contempt and the ones that will be brought to everlasting life. How are the ones that are going to be brought to everlasting life? They're going to get called up into those chariots, and all the enemies around you, if you're the elect, they're going to see you go up in these chariots. And they're going to get left. A lot of them going to be 2/3 too. They're going to get left. He's going to raise them up out of the dead and say, yep, you didn't listen to me. So now you got to taste the lake of fire. With everybody else that's still left out here who didn't want to trust in Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, that was 2/3. Because the heathens are getting that anyways. The heathens that's why we don't worry about them. Because their judgment has already been set. You know? And that's why when you start acting like a 2/3 and you don't want to come to the truth, we just leave you alone. Why? Because you're basically one of them. But you're going to come back in the kingdom, you know. But hey, you know, that's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of the living power. You know, you don't want to be caught up getting nuked with 200 million intercontinental ballistic missiles, and right after you come back to life after you had a grievous death, and then find out everybody you see around you getting beamed up and you got left, man. We don't want that. That's why we have fear of the Lord. We're out there doing what we're supposed to be doing. So. We'll read a little bit of this. General Charles Q. Brown Jr., the highest ranking officer in the U.S. military. See? Oh, he is the highest ranking officer, right? Warned on a Sunday interview that everyone should be worried about a war with China. Okay? Talking about these people who trust in America, Babylon the Great. Brown is the 21st current chairman and joint chief of staff, having taken over the role in October following the requirement of General Mark Milley. During the appearance of the Fox News Sunday, Brown has asked by host Shannon Breen about growing concerns over a war between America, Babylon the Great, and China. But they're saying they're worried about America, they're worried about China, but they need to worry about all these nations coming after them, because the precepts, prove that all of them are going to come together under Russia, which is the Medes, and they're going to come, they're going to come destroy this place, and we're going to prove that in just a second. So we'll go ahead and pull that up. I want to pull up one precept first that I want to add before we get into the main topic. Because when you go look up who are the Medes in the scriptures, it's going to tell you it's Russia, also known as Gog and Magog. Okay. So this is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 17. And it reads, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it." So it ain't going to be usually America, Babylon the Great is able to give these heathens the bag, these other nations the bag, and they'll chill out. But they ain't going to want that no more. They want something bigger than that. They want power. That's why you got the BRICS nations trying to bring in this new world order, and then you got America, Babylon the Great trying to bring in a new world order. It's not about money no more to these people. They say, well, fuck that money. We want to go to war. We want to be the top. So we're going to start at Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 4. This is something that, you'll see me go over frequently, because this is what we're seeing right now. And it reads, "And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws," talking about turning Russia into that Soviet Union again. This is how he's stirring up the Medes against America, Babylon the Great. "And I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen." And we're going to deal with something pretty soon, talking about the war going over there in a second. We're going to put in some precepts. So horsemen and horsemen, because everybody's worried about Israel and Hamas right now. Well, we're going to go back and talk a little bit about what's going on over there, because America, Babylon the Great's trying to fund both of them, and the elites is not giving them enough money to do that. Okay. So, "and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords." You see? And what does it say? Persia, who's that? Iran, Ethiopia, Libya, all with them, and all of them shield and helmet. Okay. And we know Iran is what? They're over there fighting, fighting Israel right now. And then you got Russia fighting Ukraine, which is America, Babylon the Great. And where are both of them at? They're in the BRICS. Okay, along with who? China. So that's why they're over there talking about they're worried about China. Okay? The top U.S. generals are saying they're worried. You know, in America, Babylon the Great, you know, your average six-pack Edomite Joes are out here like, oh, we're just strong. They can't do anything about it. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you ain't even in the military. How do you know? You know? We ain't in the military either, but we know through these scriptures, y'all should be worried, okay? Because your nation's finna fall. Verse 6, Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah, the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. That's including China. That's including Saudi Arabia. That's including South Africa. These many people are going to come together and they're going to come against this place. You know? That's what we're seeing. So while that's going on, it says the White House warns it will run out of money for Ukraine unless Congress acts by the end of the year. What is that saying? What is it saying that they got to act? They got to ask the elites for that bag, man. That's how they're getting their money. The America, Babylon the Great ain't just some all-prominent, powerful, rich place called white man Amalek, the first descendants, okay, of Esau, the ones who were blessed with the sword. Okay, those are the ones they're getting us to, because they know, those at the top, they know they get their spirit, they power from Satan to rule this world in wickedness. They know that. But that power was given to Satan by who? The Lord. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Because it says that in Colossians, he is the ruler of all principalities and kingdoms. You know, and the Lord is about to strip that power from him, and he's going to give that power and transfer it over to the 144,000 elect men. Okay, starting with Yahawashi at the top. And then you got King David, you know, which will basically be King Solomon, you know, which, you know, it's all starting with Yahawashi. Then you got 144,000 elect men under that. And then you have, you know, the honorable multitude, the ones that cling to the body. You know, we hope to be a part of that number. So we see that they're going to run out unless they act by the end of the year. That means they got what? They got about 20-some days. Okay? You got half the motherfuckers thinking about, you know, worshiping the tree of Nimrod. Okay? Trying to have Christmas with their kids and shit. They're not, you know, these people ain't going to be ready, man. And right when you see that, right, what you see over here, talking about maybe by the end of the year, we're out of money. It says White House right there. We are out of money. They are out of money. And now they want to push to pass a stalled Ukraine aid. You see? And this is all strategic moves by Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. So the BRICS can come in and, you know, do according to his will. You know, destroy America, Babylon the Great is really what it's going to come down to. So, you know, so that's why you see that, you know, they can't do nothing without the elites, man. That's my point. They can't do nothing without the elites. And you see how you see they kingdom falling, right? We see everything falling. This is another sign that the Lord said will happen to show that it's the end of days. Okay, second Esdras. You know, this is simple stuff, man. But Jake still can't see it. Second Esdras chapter 6 verse 9, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. That's what prophecy we coming into. You seeing the prophecy of Jacob playing out. We standing on our feet. Jake going out to the highways and byways. Jake doing videos every day. We ain't ceasing from letting Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi see that we want to get the fuck out of here. Okay? And then you got 2/3 is just like, yeah, you know, they still go to church on Sunday and they don't want to, you know, they don't want to hearken to the will of the Lord, which was him to raise these men up in the last day to do this work. We'll put that up real quick. We'll pull up a couple more precepts the Lord put in the spirit on me to go ahead and put in with this. So it says, 1 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 9, for I think that the Most High has set the apostles last. See, this is why they started coming out and teaching this, starting with Abba Bivens, who we believe is John the Baptist being reincarnated. He came back and started teaching his word in the 1960s, around 1969, around 40 plus years ago. Okay? And that's why they don't get it. That's why these people out here don't believe it. Okay, and then you also got these people thinking, well, if it says that the tabernacle of David will be real, King David will have to be here. And he was. He was King Masha. Okay? The ones who taught our elders and apostles this truth. But when you look back when King David was on the scene, he actually died before King Solomon, which we know is Yahawashi being reincarnated. And we'll talk about that later. You know, we got videos about it. I even did one back a couple of days ago and put out some things concerning that with the elders and apostles. You know, if you can't find it, hit me on the comment board or something and I'll send you the videos or whatever. But, you know, King Solomon got the blueprints from King David and then King David died. Okay, so it's just like today. You had King Masha giving the blueprint, you know, to the elders and apostles, and Yahawashi, of course, he ain't on the scene. He came in the spirit. He's basically this body of people. That's Yahawashi. That's why I said Adam was a living soul, and then he was a quickening spirit. We'll pull that up real quick. So I can make a couple points before we get back into this. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 45. And it is also written, right? And which means when it means it is written, that's talking about it's in the Old Testament too. It links up. That's how we know the Old Testament is important as well. You know, you got these New Testament people who say only the New Testament matters, and you got some people saying that the Old Testament only matters. You got some people saying that law is done away with. No, it's not, because they wouldn't be writing the same damn thing in the New Testament. Doesn't make any sense. So verse 45, and so it is written, the first man, Adam, was made a living soul. Remember when you read in Colossians, the first chapter, Yahawashi is the one who was given dominion of all principalities and kingdoms. So that's how we know he was Adam too, right? The last Adam was made a quickening spirit. You see? And that's how we know that his spirit, he said he will come through that spirit and it will be in a body of men. Okay, that's what we're seeing when you're looking at the elders and apostles' great millstone and the people who are following them on down. You know, the ones that are, you know, clinging to the body. And then you got the ones that are in the body. You see? So, let me keep going. Like I said, he has set forth the apostles last, as if we were pointed to a death, back to 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 9, right? For we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels, and to men. So when they see us doing this stuff, we're like a spectacle to the world. They think that we're not really that important, okay? I'm going to pull up that word spectacle, because, you know, we're supposed to look up words and stuff. I want to pull that up. We'll look that up real quick. A spectacle, right? We're a spectacle unto the world. They think this is a damn circus show. They're going to find out that this is the only thing that mattered. You know? So if you're not with this right now, and you don't come into this truth, and you don't start getting yourself together and make haste, man, because this ain't like it used to be. It ain't 10 years ago when ain't nothing was going down. That stuff is going down every day, you know? So you need to make sure that, you know, you're serious about this. And you get into this, you know, you can't just, you know, the times are different. You can't just be like, oh, well, you got all the time. I got, you know, well, nah, you don't got that much time no more. You know, that's how I felt when I came into the truth a year ago. I was like, oh, man, this, you know, the mark of the beast could be implemented tomorrow. We don't know. You know? Because after the mark of the beast come, then gonna come World War III. You know, and we're seeing World War III be escalated, which means what? The mark of the beast is going to be implemented at any moment. And then World War III is going to break out after that. You see? Talking about this place turning into a battlefield.
Strong's G 2302. Theatron.
Right? Says a theater, a place which games and dramatic spectacles are exhibited. See, they think this is a game, right? And public assemblies held. For the Greeks used the theater also as a forum. They think this is some kind of movie, a public show. They think it's just some joke. That's why when I was out there with my elder yesterday, that dude tried to pull his window down and mock and say whatever, you know, trying to act like he just more inadequate is. His punk ass driving a damn Buick. Ain't nobody worried about your little ass, bruh. Then it says, metaphorically, a man who exhibited to be gazed at and made sport of. That's what they think. They think this is a joke. I've seen people get on their phone and video me, try to put me on TikTok. I don't care what they said. You think it's a fucking joke because your ass ain't getting your ass in order, you know? And the Lord's keeping all that account of, man. But that's part of prophecy too. That's why you're seeing them do that, you know? But it says, woe to those who bring those offenses, man. You know? Now I got one more and then I'm gonna keep going. And this makes it to where, you know, you see that the Lord had all the apostles on one accord talking about this. Okay, all throughout the scriptures, that he was going to raise these men up in the last days and they was going to be doing this. John chapter 6 verse 40. And it reads, and this is Yahawashi speaking, and this is the will of him that sent me. See, it's the will of the Lord, that everyone which seeth the Son and believeth on him may have everlasting life. And if you don't believe that his name is Yahawashi and he was from the tribe of Judah, a so-called Negro, then you don't believe on the Son. You believe he's a so-called white man named Jesus Christ. That's not who he is. See? And I will raise him up at the last day. To do what? Build the tabernacle of King David. Okay? And King Solomon, which we know is Yahawashi, is the one doing that. Okay? Because it said that the kingdom, here. We're going to pull it up. This is Luke chapter 1 verse 31. Gonna look it up real quick, because I've been talking about the last couple of days, but I didn't really go into it. I want to go into it real quick and add it to the lesson. So it says, Luke chapter 1 verse 31, and behold, thou shalt conceive in thy womb and bring forth a son, and shall call his name Yahawashi, because we know there ain't no J's, there ain't no E's, and there ain't no U's in the ancient Hebrew. And he said he would turn us to a pure language in Zephaniah 3:9. So that says Yahawashi, and that's what we're going to go into later. We're going to show you where it was written in the scriptures. Verse 32, and it reads, he shall be great and shall be called the Son of the Highest, right? And the Lord shall give unto him the throne of his father David. But Yahawashi's father wasn't David. It was Joseph, remember? So who is it talking about? It's talking about Solomon. That was King David's son, Solomon. That's who it's talking about, okay? It's not talking about, you know, it's not talking about anybody else. It's talking about Solomon. That's why it said his father David. That's how we know Solomon is Yahawashi, the Son of the Highest, because he's the only son of the Lord, you know, just like we know Yahawashi. See, like, you know, this is plain. Okay, so now we're gonna jump back over here to Isaiah. Lord wanted me to bring all that up. He said, go ahead and put it in there. So Isaiah chapter 54, verse 15, and it reads, behold, they shall surely gather together, but not by me. This is these people who you see, the BRICS and also America, Babylon the Great. They've gathered together and chosen sides to see what side of their new world order they want to be on. You got two different new world orders going against each other, kingdom against kingdom, as we see it in Matthew chapter 24, right? But not by me. Whosoever shall gather together against thee shall fall for thy sake. Who are they gathering against? They're gathering against Israel. Okay, the real nation of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations. That's who they coming at. You know? That's who they coming for. That's who they trying to gather against. That's they always have. Verse 16, behold, I have created the smith that blow coals in the fire. That's talking about them intercontinental ballistic missiles. And that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. What is his work? To destroy America, Babylon the Great, destroy the land of Israel and other places throughout the four corners of the earth. He's going to destroy the land of Moab. There's going to be a lot of places that get destroyed. But the one that's not going to be inhabited anymore is America, Babylon the Great. That's also specifically something that he wants to do. And I have created the waster to destroy. See? So there's destruction coming. Okay? There's mass destruction coming. And Jake thinks that we're not, you know, 2/3 of Jake thinks that that's not going to happen. Isaiah, you know, they don't think the Lord's going to come back. Like, what if he comes back in 100 years? He's not coming back in 100 years. He said he would shorten the time for the elect's sake. Okay? In the book of Matthew as well. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 15. And it reads, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. What does that mean? That means if you're joined unto these heathens, if you think that they're the powerful ones, and the men of the Lord over here, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, if you think they're not the ones that the Lord chose to do this, then you're going to fall by the sword, or you're going to fall by a famine, or you're going to fall by something else, and then you're going to be risen back up. Like I said in Daniel chapter 12, verse 2. You're going to be risen back up, and then you're going to get destroyed again with intercontinental ballistic missiles. And if you're a heathen, you're going into slavery for 1,000 years after that. If you're Jake, if you're 2/3 Jake, you're going to come back in the kingdom to the loins of the elect, 33%. That is what's going to happen. Isaiah chapter 31, verse 1. It says, woe unto them that go down to Egypt to help. See, those are the ones that are joined together with these heathens. Starting with Esau, even the so-called white man. And when it talks about Egypt, it's really talking about America, Babylon the Great. This is the new Egypt. That's why there's pyramids on the dollar. Basically, Egypt means slavery, captivity. This is our new captivity, right? And stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many. See, they trust in all these weaponry and things they have. And in horsemen because they are very strong, and they look not to the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. See, they're on the left-hand side of the Lord. 2/3 of our people want to stay over there because they think it's going to work out. Even when you look at the besiege of Israel in 70 AD, even some of our people were helping the Romans. Okay? Those are those same people that's back today. Same ones that crucified Yahawashi too. Verse 2, yet he is wise and will bring evil, and will not call back his words. But I will rise against the house of the evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity. See, even the ones that help them. You know, which is by what? Not aiding the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. That means you're helping them. Verse 3, now the Egyptians are men and not of the Most High. See, the horses are flesh and not spirit. When the Lord, Yahawashi, shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they all shall fail together, man. They're going to all fail. It's not going to come to, it's going to come to naught. Instead if it's a council of men, it'll come to naught, and that's what it's saying. They are men. They are not of the Most High. These America, Babylon, the Gradients, they are not of the Most High. And it's proven throughout history, their 200-something years, you know, of being in existence. They've been at war the whole time. And the Lord said, our weapons are not carnal. Well, obviously, they got that one wrong. So we know that they ain't the people of the Lord. So, you know, you hear a lot of brothers, they going around talking about how coming up pretty soon, especially in 2024, it's going to be a lot of, it's going to be a real interesting and violent and crazy year, okay? You know, it's going to be a mass year of judgment. We pray that, you know, that the time comes where all the, you know, this is that time where all the prophecies will come to pass. So this could be our last Passover. And what are we doing the Passover? So the Lord can pass over us and not judge us like the heathens. That's why we do that stuff, okay? So could the 2024 election cause society to collapse? Some preppers think so, and they're ready. They think they're ready, but they're not. They're going to fail together, like it said, okay? But you can see that there's something happening, and not just let alone those rich. Those rich, it's all of America, Babylon the Great doing it, even these people. And these younger people are probably, you know, people who have rich, you know, their family's rich, so they're able to do this as well. So while younger Americans are stockpiling supplies ahead of 2024 elections, society unraveling. See, they see that something's coming too, and they can only see in the physical. Okay, and they even see something else. They say doomsday ahead. Like, these people know something is going to come, right? There could easily be a civil war. See? And we know that it said that there'll be a people against another people. There's going to be a civil war coming in this place too. You know? It's been about, I'd say, 160 to 180 years since the last time there was a civil war. We due for one. It's coming. There ain't going to be no John Wayne's riding off in the sunset in this thing. It's finna be over with. So I got about 4-5 precepts on this, and then we out of here. Second Esdras 15 verse 16, and it reads, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their actions, shall stand in their power. That's what they're stocking up. They know that it's only that all they got is them. The nation's not going to save them. They see it falling, But 2/3 of Jake, they don't see nothing. All they see is, the bag. They chasing after the bag still. You got the people with the bag ain't even thinking about the bag. They trying to use their bag to get resources. You see? Because when it comes down to it, dollars ain't gonna save you. You sitting in a bunker somewhere and you get caved in. Let's say you get caved in there and all you got is $200 quadrillion down there. What are they gonna do for you? You can't go buy it. You can't go to 7-Eleven. You gotta have resources. So that's what they're doing. It said that they heap treasures together for the last days. That's what they're doing. Treasures is either this word, and then you got the treasures of the earth, and that's resources. It ain't no damn dollar with no damn Edomite on it. That's that shit's a ticket to get the damn resources. So verse 17, a man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able, because they're the ones who got all the shit. So verse 18, for because their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Why? Because a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, and shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. How we know it's going to be lack of bread? Because it's a bunch of them motherfucking greedy motherfuckers stockpiling. Okay? So by the time they get all their shit and get all their shit planned out, they ain't going to leave no grapes for us, as it says in Obadiah. They're not going to leave no grapes. Okay? Hosea, and I went over this, a couple days ago, but I want to go over it again. Hosea chapter 4, verse 1. It reads, hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. It's talking to Israel. For the Lord have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, 2/3, and the heathens. Because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land. See? And that's what's going to happen. That controversy is going to be extended on the highest level, because once the famine of the word comes and the prophets are removed off the scene, there is not going to be any truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge in the land. And the Lord's going to bring that controversy. He's going to bring that, serious judgment upon, right? Because they're doing what? Verse 2, by swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out and blood touches blood. That's why the Lord's got a problem with them. And he's going to bring this quick judgment, this swift judgment. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 15. That's what we see when you see people being wicked and ain't nothing happen to them. Just let them do that. Don't go ahead and let them do that. Because they gonna get it. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen, not just Esau, Edom. And 2/3, they look like heathens because they acting like them. Right? As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. See? It's going to return upon thy own head. And Jake thinks like the Bible needs to be read like chronologically, like it's supposed to be read like a novel. And you don't read the Bible like a novel. It's precept upon precept, as it says in Isaiah chapter 28, verse 10. Here a little, there a little. That's why we teach it like this. This is how you learn the scriptures. It's just this body of people speaking all about the same event. Okay? That the Lord said, write this here, write this here. And that's why we're going around the scripture, so you can see that it all matches up in the New Testament and the Old Testament and the Apocrypha, which means hidden. 15 books that were taken out of the scriptures. Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, Yahawashi. This is why we're not supposed to what? Learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. See, they can't believe this kind of stuff going on. They can't believe to see this fall. They worked up about it. They shocked. We're not shocked, because the hopeful elect understands that this is things that were written aforetime ago for our learning. And I'm going to go ahead and pull that up, and we're going to get out of here. Romans chapter 15, verse 4. And it reads, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures, right? And the scriptures is basically Yahawashi in the flesh, might have hope. Okay, he's literally, this is the scriptures. Okay, that's what he came down when he was Yahawashi. He was literally the Bible in the flesh, and that's why what we go by these words. We don't go by our own understanding. We go by what he said he was going to do. He said he was going to spring up men across these water courses, and they was going to tell us what to do. And that's where we at. If you don't think that's true, do whatever you want to do, man. But you're going to find out. You should have been doing this. So Lord willing, this to the flock. Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations scattered across the four corners of the earth. Want to give all praises to Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone. Let me to this truth. And been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect and to the hopeful elect. Lord willing to be part of that number. Lord willing to be edifying those who fear the name of the Lord and striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 5. It is not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 9 is unto a ring. 2 Peter chapter 5 verse 42. Why abab, the water for anybody coming in on the comment board who's a sincere believer of Yahawashi Yahawashi. Yahawashi Yahawashi Barak Atham. And Lord willing, we'll be able to exalt the name of Yahawashi Yahawashi yet another day. Kwam Yasharala. May the prayer of the election be upon your household, the blessing of the election, and, shalom. Lord willing is edifying.